Uganda is a unique country.
They come here, check this potential and unlock this potential.
The opportunities that this country offers are unlimited.
Located at the heart of Central and East Africa, Uganda is situated in a region that includes some of Africa's most economically important countries. With a key position in this strategic location, Uganda today has great potential to become the key investment and business hub in the East Africa region. Uganda has consistently attracted people from all over the world. Apart from its open, friendly, and hospitable population, other attractions include security, great weather, and a history of religious tolerance.
Uganda is predictable. There is economic and political predictability. We have macroeconomic stability. We have incentives such as tax holidays. We are part and parcel of the East African community, a large market of 130 million people. We have a liberal economy. When you come to do your business here, there are no restrictions in taking away what you have earned.
The country today offers a number of advantages for interested investors. At top of the list is an open market economy that allows free repatriation of profits. One of the most economically liberal countries in Africa, a 2003 survey conducted by national agencies indicated that the government's economic policies had successfully led to a growth in private sector enterprises and investments over the years.
When you come to Uganda, you're welcomed. There is a very strong business ethic in Uganda. There's a very strong entrepreneurial spirit. And within the younger people of Uganda, you find a well-educated society, willing to work, willing to learn. We found a business culture within the government that wants to attract new types of businesses. We've found one of the best communication systems anywhere in Africa. So all of this combines to make it a very conducive place to be doing business.
The country is a member of several regional organizations, including the East African Cooperation and the Common Market for Eastern and Southern African States, COMESA. These agreements, together with many other advantages, make Uganda a very attractive investment destination. The third largest economy in East Africa, Uganda struck commercial hydrocarbon deposits in the Lake Albert Basin and reserves in 2006. With estimates at 2 billion barrels, there has been a surge in foreign investor interest in the budding petroleum sector. The government's decision to expedite creation of domestic petroleum capacity further fuels investor interest in the country. But the government is determined to manage its energy sector in a responsible way.
Our government is a democratic government, and we handle our business in the most transparent way. First of all, this oil occurrence in Uganda has not excited us as government. We are looking at it as an additional resource that will help us balance our budget in our quest for improved infrastructure and improved economy.
We have gone very far in looking at how other countries have done it wrong and how oil became a curse in their country and how some of these minerals can become sources of great and untold suffering. We've studied that situation thoroughly. We've also, through the aid of friends, been able to work with them and to show us the right way to go. We've left no stone unturned in addressing these matters, both from the government side and from the private sector side.
The government looks at these new discoveries as an opportunity to generate more jobs and provide training for Ugandan people.
Oil is new. To the people of Uganda have never been involved in the oil industry. So they don't know what to do with, how to take advantage, how to prepare themselves how to get educated, how to meet these challenges, and how to be part of it.
Prospecting has started in or near Uganda's Western Rift Valley, where surface oil seeps have occurred. In June 2006, discoveries at 3 fields were announced which have combined reserves of 100 to 300 million barrels. This is a significant find, but modest compared to the known reserves of Nigeria and Angola. 30 million barrels are ready for extraction this year, which would result in an estimated 12,000 barrels a day. The building of a refinery to provide some national capacity to process the extracted oil is also underway.
We are currently urging the companies to do appraisals, do appraisal wells to establish concretely what exact volume of deposits is there for exploitation. From the exploration wells, they have estimated about 2 billion barrels there. But perhaps we shall have much more than that, or even double, whatever. And that will enable us to plan what size of refinery should be in place.
Tullow Oil, by far the largest oil company in Uganda, refers to the country as the jewel in Tullow's crown. In a recent development, the company has begun looking into supplying crude oil to power plants in Uganda in a few months, a move the government hopes will help cut power tariffs, as well as minimize crude and gas flaring in oil fields, so as to limit the environmental impact of petroleum exploration and production activity.
Let me say a few words about what happens after we've drilled a well. We're standing in front of one of our most recent drill sites, and this will take several weeks to be completed. But at the end of that, we need to make sure, if we're successful, what size of site we keep. But if we no longer need that site, we need to determine the best approach. And what we would normally do is remove everything that is present in that site. We bring in soils to stabilize the well pad, which is 100 by 100 meters in size. And we would remove all of that and restore the site back to its original form.
The oil production prospect is attracting a broader international investors' interest. One of the potential partners of Tullow in the product sharing agreement is Total.
We are quite pleased to come to Uganda, and when I say to come to Uganda, is to come for exploration and production, because in marketing we are already the market leader in Uganda. But we are very pleased to join the Tullow and the CNOOC, the Chinese National Oil Corporation, in this new adventure, because we are starting together. We are starting from scratch, and it is very important. It's huge investment to come, and I think that the expertise of the 3 companies will be very, very good for Uganda.
In addition, China, the world's second largest energy consumer, is seeking assets in Africa to secure fuel for its booming economy. The Chinese National Offshore Oil Company is thus another strong player in the exploration or upstream process.
Uganda offers a great opportunity for global players. After the discovery of oil and gas in Albert Basin by Tullow, there will be more and more interest from global players. We see the fast-track development of oil and gas industry in Uganda, which may provide opportunities for other sectors such as infrastructure, which include power, transportation, refineries, pipelines, etc., and also some other soft sectors such as education and training.
Other oil companies in the country include Neptune Petroleum and Dominion. One of the challenges the companies are facing is managing the expectations of the people, since oil is new to Uganda.
I think what needs to be done in our country, and I believe there are steps which are being taken to make sure it is done that way, is to engage the communities. People should know what's happening in the industry. Like in our company, Neptune Petroleum, we make sure that at every step of the exploration, the local communities are informed.
Another important area for both the government and the private sector companies are CSR projects, or what they can give back to the society in the area they are operating in.
Social programs are very important for our company. we think if we work well with the local communities, it will also be very good for us. Most times you'll find these are poor communities, and we are trying to help them to see if they can improve their standards of living. So many things will be done by so many other people, including government, but we always try to find something that we can also contribute as a good company working in their area.
Downstream is where the various energy products reach customers, and these include petrol stations, who are in a good position to partner with foreign investors coming into the country. In 2008, it was estimated that Uganda consumed about 13,000 barrels of oil a day and spent $400 annually on petroleum imports.
It couldn't be a better time for local companies in Uganda, Mogas inclusive. The discovery of oil, the opportunities created by the discovery of oil creates enormous growth potential and investment potential for both local and foreign companies. Look, foreign companies would always require local partners. The local partners know the landscape, they have local knowledge, which is an asset in itself. And the foreign partners bring expertise that the locals needs, know-how, technology, and the financial resources. And the financial resources required to exploit the opportunities that could be created by the discovery of oil.
Tullow Oil is Africa's leading independent oil company, with some 50 licenses in 15 countries across the continent. As the largest private investor in Uganda for the past 3 years, Tullow has built a relationship based on responsibility, mutual understanding, local enterprise development, and respect for the environment. Tullow Oil and Uganda, a successful long-term partnership.
CNOOC Limited is one of the largest exploration and production companies in the world. We are a dominant producer of offshore crude and natural gas in China, with a successful growth story over the years. With key assets around the globe, we are a reputable company that has received top rankings internationally. As a responsible corporate citizen, we have integrated our CSR philosophy into the management system and organizational culture. CNOOC Limited, your reliable energy partner.
Mogas is the leading brand name for petroleum, oils and lubricants in East Africa, with operations stretching from Uganda to Kenya, Tanzania and beyond. Our premium product quality and excellent value is appreciated by all our customers. Our customer service-focused staff are always happy to assist you in any way possible. Whether you're a retail customer or a potential corporate partner, with Mogas you can be sure of satisfaction. Local knowledge and expertise coupled with an international outlook and good corporate relations ensure that we are your partner of choice. Mogas, global standards, local solutions.
I like the people, they're really welcoming. The climate is beautiful, it's never too hot and never too cold. I like the hustle and bustle of the city, everyone's so friendly.
Uganda is my second home. It's really part of Africa. I like this country very much.
It's such a beautiful country. I've only been here for a few days, but we're here building a school and we'll be here for 2 weeks, and I'm so excited to be here, and I think it's beautiful. The people are amazing. I'm just really happy to be here.
Uganda is one of my favorite places. I'm continually drawn in by the jovial nature. I kind of think of the people, the weather, everything, and it's always an adventure. You never know what you're going to get.
Covering nearly 300,000 square kilometers, Uganda offers ample fertile land, regular rainfall and mineral deposits, all excellent and favorable conditions for a flourishing agrarian economy. contributing nearly 40% to the country's GDP. The agrarian economy in Uganda employs 80% of the labor force and makes up 90% of export earnings, with nearly 1/3 of the country's rich red soil under cultivation.
Uganda, from a point of view of East Africa community, in my opinion, will lead the agriculture sector in terms of climate, in terms of soil, in terms of the structure, the familiar structure in the farmer's business. And I think it's a huge opportunity of open the market for selling the Uganda product through the other participants in the East market community. As I can use, Kenya is much more developed in terms of industrialization. Uganda has this huge potential in terms of agriculture. I mean, the combination of a bigger market will bring potential benefit for both. I think Tanzania is another good example of a good collaboration between the three markets. I mean, it's a huge opportunity coming through this new configuration.
Agro-processing is a major opportunity for investment as it adds value to local produce through the canning and manufacturing process, making it even more suitable for export given its long shelf life. And with licenses being granted to private exporters, there is indeed much interest in this field.
Ugandans grow crops, they have livestock. We need to change to commercial agriculture. They have been doing subsistence farming. Our challenge is, where are the markets? So the link with a private company that adds value as a nucleus, that may have a nuclear farm and a factory.
The massive sugar industries from the 1960s are reviving, along with the large tea estates that have been neglected for a long time. Previously strict government controls on the coffee and cotton industry have been loosened, allowing farmers a wider choice of markets.
I believe Uganda is blessed by God, because one thing for agriculture product, it's climate, and climate in Uganda is fantastic. In East Africa probably is one of the best climate in terms of it's very well defined. We have a possibility of growing more than one crop per year. There are two main raining seasons, and normally you have sunlight most of the days. I mean, if you see the potential of agriculture in Uganda is huge. The soil are fertile. The country is an agriculture country. There are some knowledge and capabilities and the people who deal with the farming. I mean, actually it's a very range of opportunities for who is interested in investing in agribusiness in Uganda.
Mogas is the leading brand name for petroleum, oils and lubricants in East Africa, with operations stretching from Uganda to Kenya, Tanzania and beyond. Our premium product quality and excellent value is appreciated by all our customers. Our customer service-focused staff are always happy to assist you in any way possible. Whether you're a retail customer or a potential corporate partner, with Mogas you can be sure of satisfaction. Local knowledge and expertise coupled with an international outlook and good corporate relations ensure that we are your partner of choice. Mogas, global standards, local solutions.
Here is Asia Business Channel's top 5 of the tourist activities you can't possibly miss. At number 5, we picked a relaxing boat ride on one of the many lakes in Uganda. Enjoy the various views of beaches, river mouths, forests, villages, and wildlife both on the water and on the shores. Spectacular bungee jumping above the River Nile is at number 4. Not only a challenge for daredevils, but also for those who want to experience the thrill of this extreme sport and the wonderful panorama before and during the jump. Enjoy animal spotting in a beautiful nature setting. A visit to one of the many national parks makes it to number 3. At number 2 is whitewater rafting on the River Nile. The really adventurous can enjoy up to Class 5 rapids, not for the faint-hearted. And what is the top tourist attraction? Gorilla tracking. Experience an eye-to-eye meeting with our closest relatives in their natural habitat. You will never forget it. Tourism is one of the most sensitive and difficult industries to develop. And with a spotted history like Uganda's, success in the tourism industry was anything but instantaneous. However, the recently redeveloped infrastructure, thanks in part to the burgeoning energy sector and influx of foreign investors, is now having a knock-on effect on the tourism industry as the country is fast emerging as a premier tourist destination in Africa.
The discovery of oil actually should be a blessing, not only tourism, but also other sectors. What we are trying to do as government is to make sure we use the revenue from oil to have infrastructure. The money from oil should be able now to help us also in tourism, to develop tourism products, so that even when there is no oil, then people can come for tourism.
Tourism in Uganda today is an important generator of foreign exchange, high-end employment, and investment. There has been increased investment in tourism, particularly in travel accommodation and related facilities. This has enhanced tourists' experiences of the country.
Most of the opportunities in Uganda in the tourism industry are not tapped yet. And I would invite people who want to come and invest. For example, accommodation. We have in the national parks, outside the national parks, along the River Nile.
Uganda is one of the most beautiful countries in Africa, with fantastic natural scenery. Due to this, most of the tourism opportunities in Uganda are focused on its diverse landscape and wildlife. Fondly referred to as the Pearl of Africa, Uganda offers nature lovers unspoiled scenic beauty, from wide East African plains and expansive savanna grasslands to rainforests and snow-peaked mountains. The country can be marketed as a new destination, with tailor-made packages that are different from the mass tourism that other African countries have been offering. With its rich eco-tourism potential, Uganda is the ideal choice for tour operators targeting niche market areas such as bird watching, observing the gorillas, and mountain trekking.
The demand for tourism facilities is growing, which means also that we need to increase the capacity. And here we are looking at increasing the quality of the facilities. We need more luxury accommodation facilities like upmarket accommodation facilities like the lodges, the tented camps, also quality investment in transport for the tourists who are coming in. There is a gap in the area of tapping into, for example, the water bodies. Beautiful as Lake Victoria and the Nile River are, you find actually that the challenge is that they are not really fully being utilized for tourism purposes.
Visitors will find some of the region's more peaceful national parks, home to half of the world's remaining mountain gorilla population, and a wide variety of bird species and wild range. One of the so far less known tourist places in Uganda is the Budongo Forest. It is one of the largest tropical forests in East Africa. It has the highest concentration of chimpanzees in Uganda and in the region, and it is one of the best places to see chimps on the African continent.
Budongo has not got a lot of tourists as yet because of the former challenges that we had as a country. The numbers of tourists are just increasing. It has, one of the things that makes it very unique is that it has the highest number of mahogany trees of any forest in East Africa, and which is very, very, very unique.
The country offers an exceptional opportunity for business in the heart of Africa. With a government keen on developing the economy to its full potential, interested investors can rest assured that they will receive all the support they need to ensure that their ventures into this East African country will be fruitful.